Partition Ordnance is a Lightfall activity, and you can't unlock it until you complete Nimbus's weekly bounty. It's not as simple as that though, so I'm just making a video today to explain exactly how to unlock Partition Ordnance. Hi, what's up everybody? If this video is helpful today, don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. And at the end of the video, come and check out our Destiny 2 community. It's at the top of the video description. We're going to get straight into it now. So this Partition Ordnance requires you to complete Nimbus's weekly bounty. If we go to Nimbus and have a look at that weekly bounty, you can see that you can't purchase it. The bounty itself requires you to get 8 shellcode fragments, which are required for the Partition Ordnance, and a polymorphic engine. But you must complete the Lightfall campaign and the Bluejay quest from the Archivist in the Hall of Heroes in the Amuna to unlock this bounty first. So if we just come out of that, the Archivist is just a hologram you can speak to all the way at the back of this building here. There is a fast travel point to make it a bit quicker. Just fast travel to the Hall of Heroes, and from here, it's through this big door here. Sometimes the door is shut. I'm not too sure why. It might be points where you just can't come in here or whatnot. But as long as it is open, you can come in. You'll see the hologram right in front of you. And this is where you can pick up some more quests.
So what do we got going on?
Now, I have already picked up the first 2 quests from this. There's 4 in total, including this exotic Strider quest, which will get you the Winter Bite, which will complete all of the others first. And it won't show you what this Broken Memorial quest is at the minute, because I need to complete one that I'm currently on. But once I've completed the current quest I'm on, this will unlock, and this is the Bluejay quest. Now, if we just head to Journey and go to Titles, and go to the Lightfall titles, you can see all the quests that you need to complete before you can get Bluejay. It's just here, Restored and Remembered. So the first time that you approach the Archivist and you speak to them, they'll give you the Stargazer quest. Once you complete that, you'll go back and get the Maelstrom quest. That's what I am currently on. And once you've completed that, just as I said, that one that was blocked there that we couldn't see, that will unlock, and then they'll give you the Bluejay quest. You just need to go through all of these quests from the Archivist, and once you've completed the Bluejay, that is when the weekly bounty is going to unlock at Nimbus. And also, you're going to get that Strider exotic quest as well. And completing all 4 of these quests from the Archivist is going to get you this triumph here towards your Lightfall title. So on screen now is the Maelstrom quest. I've already completed the Stargazer. It was very straightforward. You're not going to struggle with that at all. Just follow the steps to complete it. We'll get the Maelstrom one. I'm going to go through this now to see if there's anything else I can give you hints and tips on, or whether it's straightforward. Again, once I've completed this one, I'm going to get the Bluejay quest, and once I've completed that one, I'm going to get the weekly bounty unlocked in Nimbus. I found right away one of the toughest parts of this quest is the Strand Sources bondage. You just saw it on screen there, and the strand sources that you needed to bond with while you were doing the campaign. You got to find 2 more, and you got to bond with them again for this quest. It doesn't matter what subclass you are on, but finding them is the difficult part. I just found it then. I was going to do like a voiceover and talk about it, and it disappeared in front of me. So these will pop up in different locations. You got to find them, and you got to bond with them twice. While having a little bit of research online as well, you'll notice that my Maelstrom is located here in Ahimsa Park. Well, some other people's have been located down in Lyman Harbour and other places. So it may be that you've got to farm a different area to get this quest done as well. I've got to do Ahimsa Park to find these pieces, and also complete the rest of the quest with the public events or whatnot. I have gone around this map over and over. It's finally spawned back where it was before, right after a public event. I'm going to look within, and that'll be 1 out of 2. There's a bit of cheese you can do when you get to this point. Just change subclass. Once you've done that, look within again, and that'll be 2 out of 2. If I just bring up the quest here, you can see it there. So Strand Sources bonded with 2 out of 2, and I've still got to defend the area a little bit more to complete it. That was a real tricky one, just because I couldn't find these anywhere, and when I did, it disappeared. So I'm not sure if there you go, it's gone again. So when they do appear, you only have a certain limited time to get it. There's a few locations in the area they will come, and if you do happen to have yours in the same location as mine in Ahimsa Park, this one is just under the bridge. You'll come into the area from north, Strider's Gate, and then as you come in, you stick on the path, you come straight under this bridge here. Sometimes there's a tank here, the public event spawns here. After the public event is when it appeared for me. With step 1 completed, the next step requires you to complete a lost sector within the Vex incursion zone. So if yours is the same, if we do get all these in the same zones, this is where it is located. You can see the lost sector symbol there. If I just bring up my map, I am positioned here. The lost sector is on the map just over there, Gilded Precept. And if you haven't been here before, it's quite hidden, but not too difficult. It's at the end of this cliff here, you're going to see a path down below. You'll jump down there. And the lost sector entrance is just along this pathway here. And there's a door to the left. With the lost sector complete, step 3 of Maelstrom is just to return to the Hall of Heroes to repair the Maelstrom's memorial. And with that repaired, the final step of the quest is to return to Quinn to discuss the next steps. With the Maelstrom quest completed, as we discussed earlier, you'll then get the Bluejay quest. This is a 5-part quest, this one, with the first part asking you to speak to Nimbus. The next part of the quest will require you to defeat enemies in the current Vex incursion zone. I now realise what that is. This must rotate whether it's weekly or daily, and it'll go through different areas of Neptune. So that's the zone that you'll be working on, which means in the previous quest you might have had to do a different lost sector, as I did mention. But anyway, all we got to do now is go and kill enemies, and random enemies will drop fragments. Just keep killing enemies in the Vex incursion zone until you get 8 of those fragments. And if you're struggling to know which is the Vex incursion zone, it will pinpoint it for you on the map so you can track it. Mine, again, is in Ahimsa Park. These shell code fragments will look like that when they drop off an enemy. They can drop off literally any enemy. They're just random. Just keep on going until you get 8 of them. Once you have collected the 8 fragments, you need to get the engine. And to do this, you just have to complete the main event on Neptune, but you will need a terminal overload key. They look like this, and I have 4 of them. And you get them at a chest on Neptune. I literally just got one from a public event that I did, so any chest, you've got a chance of getting one of these from. So make sure you just keep on opening chests until you get one. If you want to, you can go to your ghost, and there's a perk you can put on here to detect caches or resources within 40 meters. If you just want caches where they've got a chance of dropping, you can increase that there to 75 meters. This will pinpoint chests for you so you can open them for a chance of getting them. But also, if you head back to Nimbus, he will have a bounty that will reward you with a terminal overload key. So you can pick that up and then just clear waves in terminal overload, which is the event on Neptune, and you'll get this key to then open the chest at the end. With the terminal overload key, what happens is when you complete this event, you get a standard chest, but then you get a secondary chest that this key can open. The engine is going to be inside of that. And then to start a terminal overload, if you just bring up the Neptune map and go south, you can just click on the terminal overload public event here. This will throw you right into one. The event is quite straightforward. It's a long one, but just follow the objectives, and once the event is complete, here are the 2 chests. There's the standard one, and the right one's the one that you got to open with the terminal overload key. Once you've done that, you'll grab the engine. You may have noticed that the step that we just did is exactly the same as what is required for Nimbus's weekly bounty. You got to collect shellcode fragments for that and the engine, and that's what unlocks the partition. And the next stage of the Bluejay quest, step 3, is to complete the partition activity. And if you bring up the map, you can see the Bluejay quest on the map there. Just mark it with your waypoint and make your way to it. This will be the first time that you get to complete the partition, and it's going to act like a tutorial. The partition is quite straightforward. There are going to be some champions, so you have to be prepared for that. And you're going to have this like globe just flying around the area as you go, and if you get near to it, it's going to bounce you, so you have to be careful of that as well, because you may die a lot. Once you clear the first few areas, you'll get a data bank that drops off an enemy. You're just going to throw this at the globe. And the mission continues on like this. Just keep on going through it, picking up these data banks, if the globe lets you, and then throwing it into the globe to keep on pushing through the mission. You'll eventually come to the boss room. It's just a case of clearing ads, bringing the boss's health down. There is segments, and at each segment you need to kill another one of these data bank couriers. They'll drop another fragment to give to Sam, so you can continue doing damage to the boss. The last area is a no respawn area, so just take your time, and once the boss is dead, you've completed that step of the Bluejay quest. Your next step then is to visit the Hall of Heroes to repair the Bluejay monument. And with that repaired, the final step is to return to Quinn to hand the quest in. And with the Bluejay quest complete, that is all of those main quests completed now. And you've unlocked the exotic quest, Strider, which is going to get you the Winterbite exotic. And that is everything that you can get from Quinn for now. And also, with the Bluejay quest done, you can now return to Nimbus, and you would have unlocked Nimbus's weekly bounty. Unfortunately, this is a weekly activity that can only be done once. So because we've just done the Bluejay quest, where we practically did this to unlock the activity, this bounty has already been spent. You can see Partition Challenge has already been completed this week, which means you can only do this once per week. And if we have a look at the map and go to the Partition Ordnance, you can see it also says there, the VexNet is currently inaccessible. Search for a new access point after the weekly reset. The weekly reset is every Tuesday at 5 PM UK. So once you hit that reset, you can come and get Nimbus's bounty. You can complete those shell codes and use a terminal key. That will get you the engine then required with the code to enter this activity to complete it once per week. What you can do, though, is change character. I've just switched to my hunter now. So if you have other characters that are up to speed, if I bring up the map on my hunter, the quest is tied to different characters, which means you don't need to go through the whole thing again. I've only done this whole journey on my Titan. However, my hunter also already has it unlocked, so it's counted for my hunter and any other character that I have. And there's the Partition Ordnance. It's unlocked. I can play it and I can matchmake. You can go and get your pinnacle gear and strand meditations from that. And as you can see, it says requires the polymorphic shell code, which means I got to complete Nimbus's weekly bounty. So if we go to the Nimbus with my hunter, you'll see that I can purchase the weekly bounty on my other character, which means with 3 characters, you can complete this activity up to 3 times per week. And that does bring us to the end of this video. I hope it has been helpful. Don't forget to like, share if it has been, subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. And also, now we are done, come and check out our fantastic Destiny 2 community. It's linked at the top of the video description. Until the next video, thank you for watching this one. Stay safe and peace out.